This segment is brought to you by Buick. Exceptional by design. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Bayou Time News. I'm Martin Falls with an exclusive early Tuesday morning release, and this involves the case that involved Kyren Lacy. It involved others, but it's such a high-profile case. As you have seen, it's going nationwide. And, of course, we've always said here on Bayou Time, when one portion of the story comes on, we invite others involved in the story to come on and tell their story as well. Well, we have received an exclusive, and it won't be exclusive for long. It will be statewide and nationwide. This is the state police, Louisiana State Police, releasing to us a critical incident report, a story. They've sort of laid out their side of the story after Matt Ory came on HTV and laid out pretty much his side of the story. The state police now, we're going to hear from them on this story, and then we still await. We'd like to hear from the district attorney of Lafourche Parish, Christine Russell, and others. But without further ado, let's roll in the state police's version of what took place on that tragic day in Lafourche.
I'm Colonel Robert Hodges, Superintendent of Louisiana State Police. You're about to view a critical incident briefing video that is intended to give the community a better understanding of the incident that occurred. The video is inclusive of evidence related to the incident, which may include 911 calls, body-worn camera footage, and other relevant information. As this comprehensive investigation develops, our understanding of the incident may change as additional evidence is collected, analyzed, and reviewed. The Department's ability to investigate these incidents relies on the impartial and transparent investigations, as well as considering the potential criminal responsibility of those involved.
On Tuesday, December 17, 2024, Louisiana State Police Troop C began investigating a fatal crash that occurred on LA 20 near Perez Lane and Chack Bay, located in Lafourche Parish. This investigative briefing has been prepared to provide clarification of the facts and an accurate depiction of the evidence in the moments leading up to the crash and the subsequent investigation. Due to differences in technology, the timestamps on the business surveillance footage may not align with the actual time data recorded by Louisiana State Police based on recorded radio communications. According to the video timestamp, at 12:03 p.m. and 52 seconds, a green Dodge Charger is seen traveling south in the opposing lane on LA 20 at a high rate of speed, passing 3 passenger vehicles and 1 loaded 18-wheeler in a designated no passing zone with a 40-mile-per-hour posted speed limit. As the green Dodge Charger returns to the southbound lane, aggressive braking and engine deceleration are immediately followed by a crash that can be heard on the surveillance footage. According to the video timestamp, at 12:03 p.m. and 54 seconds, a portion of the crash can be seen as it occurs. Moments before the crash, the gold pickup truck abruptly veers out of the northbound lane into a business, while the green Charger is approaching in the same lane. Immediately after the crash occurred, the green Charger was observed on surveillance video and by witnesses traveling through the crash scene and continues north on LA 20, failing to stop. At the same time, all other vehicles remain at the scene to provide assistance. The briefing will now transition to the troopers' response and investigation. At 12 o'clock p.m., a 2-vehicle injury crash with road blockage was dispatched to Louisiana State Police Troop C via the 911 dispatch system. The responding trooper arrived on the scene at 12:07 p.m. and was immediately met by numerous witnesses who described a green Charger driving aggressively and causing the crash. The video has been edited for time purposes.
102, be advised, we got total road blockage on LA 20.
If you get a chance, can you advise code of injury?
Civil.
It's a natural instinct to turn, and then she had no choice. Head on.
How you doing?
Did you see a green Charger flying that way? A green Charger that going that way?
There was a green Charger.
That's a green Charger that
caused all this.
SRT8. He caused all that. He went to pass the cars way back there, sir. I'm down 18
the green Charger collided with these cars?
He went right between.
He went around that truck, okay? He was
passing up with
her
her
right now, and she had no choice. If she hits the pole, she gets this.
How are they injuries? What
She
are they?
got a broken
She got a
ankle.
broken ankle.
Them two
Yeah.
are
two are
complaining about back injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was on the
So
phone when I
two
was
back
when
injuries, one broken ankle?
Yeah,
I'm not.
at least.
I just told him not to move. You know what I'm saying? Me being my problem.
You said something about a green Charger. Who told you something about a green Charger?
I'm down 18 wheeler right there, sir.
Okay, so you saw it?
I saw it.
What did you see happen?
He went to pass him. I say when he went to pass me cars back there around around the curve. All right.
Okay.
All right. Hey, he come down. Right. When he come down, I got Mr. He had his brother that he was taken to the emergency room, to the hospital or something like that, chemo or something like that.
All right.
But I got his number also to verify this, because he was the car that was in front of her. When that green Charger came, he went caused this whole big traffic, so everybody went to hitting brakes because the Charger, I thought he was hitting the gold truck head on. So he jammed on brakes. She was coming down. They was going that way. When I saw...
Which way was the Charger going? The Charger
was going this way.
Charger's going this way, okay.
She was coming this way.
Okay.
They was going this way also. Mr. jammed on brakes. She went to dodge Mr. And that's when she came on.
I was watching. I was by the gas
He hit him,
station.
on the left side. She come over and hit him.
Which 18-wheeler were you driving?
The red one. Right there.
So the Charger, I guess, passed you up?
The Charger's D-line, it was cars behind me because I'm taking my time.
And the Charger passed it was passing all these cars in this
everybody.
lane?
And
so almost hit this one head on?
No, he almost hit this. It was a gold truck. I got his number right here. That's why I took his number and his name.
Almost hit the gold truck head on?
Yeah, that's his number and phone number and name.
So the gold truck, what did the gold truck do?
The gold truck in his area right here.
The gold truck slams on his brakes?
Slams on brakes to stop the Charger. The Charger swerves back in and cut somebody else off, whoever was behind them.
Okay.
But then they slammed on, the Charger, he swerved in front of them. They slammed on brakes, and by this time, he slips through, right?
Okay.
As he slips through, she's coming. She like to round the back of the gold truck. That's what I'm saying.
So you almost hit the back of Mr.
Yeah, Mr.
Was Mr. truck hit?
No. He was missed.
Okay. So the truck, Mr. He slammed on it.
In other words, it was right up. The gold truck was right up there.
Right.
Yeah.
He slams on his brakes to avoid the Charger.
Yeah.
This car, what?
Cuts that car off, if I'm not mistaken.
So what does this car do? It just swerves out the way to avoid.
So because I was watching it too.
She turned the wrong way. Yeah. Instead of going towards the post, she turned this way.
Yeah.
Okay, so she turned this way, and then this car was just coming.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
And then the Charger came around.
That's the number for the
Charger
guy
passed right
that was in the gold
Yeah.
truck.
Okay.
Charger passed in between the
Yeah, the
mailbox and
Charger
her.
stopped.
I took that because he was leaving, but
Okay.
And see what happened, the Charger had stopped.
Is a green Charger?
Yeah.
It's
But
a green
then
Charger.
when he seen what happened, he almost hit me because he came right here and kept on.
he was the only one that that jumped out of traffic. Everybody else turned around went the other way. He jumped out of traffic, eased through here, and went on down the road.
Okay. Okay. Look, I know it's hurting right now, but do you think you could just tell me briefly what happened, or do you remember?
I just know the truck was stopping on brakes. The other car was trying to pass the other car. I was trying to dodge by not hitting them by coming around.
Okay. Do you remember how fast you were going?
The speed limit.
Okay. Thank you.
While on scene, the investigating trooper obtained written and recorded statements. The trooper also spoke with additional witnesses via phone and ultimately obtained written statements later in the investigation. After the crash, the passenger in the Kia Sorento died. As part of the continued investigation, the investigating trooper made contact with the driver of the gold truck at a later date to obtain an official written statement based on previous conversations. Troopers also received an additional witness statement describing the erratic driving behavior of the green Charger 10 minutes before the crash. Following the on-scene investigation, troopers identified the green Charger as a vehicle of interest and utilized 21 separate surveillance video cameras to capture the uninterrupted path of the green Charger from the crash scene to its Thibodeau business 11 miles away. Through the use of investigative tools, troopers were able to obtain the license plate number of the green Charger on December 19, 2024. On December 26, 2024, troopers determined that Kyren Lacy was the driver of the green Charger at the time of the crash. Just prior to the crash, Lacy was illegally in the opposing lane, passing southbound vehicles. The gold truck traveling north veered right to avoid a head-on collision with the green Charger. As the gold truck veered right, the driver of the Kia Cadenza saw the approaching green Charger. In reaction, the Kia Cadenza driver swerved left into the southbound lane and impacted a northbound Kia Sorento. Through the investigation, troopers determined that the driver of the gold truck reacted appropriately to avoid a head-on collision with the green Charger, which was approaching at a high rate of speed. In consideration of the high speed of the green Charger compared to the surrounding and opposing vehicles, the reaction time of the involved drivers was greatly diminished. Since the incident occurred, the Louisiana State Police never reported that the green Charger impacted any of the involved vehicles. However, all evidence collected supports the conclusion that Lacy's reckless operation of the green Charger in oncoming traffic triggered the chain of events involving the other drivers, ultimately resulting in the fatal crash. Additionally, troopers determined that less than 10 minutes after the crash occurred, evidence supports that Lacy's first outgoing phone call was to a Baton Rouge area personal injury and defense attorney. After consultation with the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office on January 2, 2025, an arrest warrant was signed on January 8, 2025 through the 17th Judicial Court for Kyren Lacy. In coordination with his attorney, Lacy was arrested on January 12, 2025 at the Lafourche Parish Correctional Center. The driver of the Kia Cadenza was initially issued a citation for following too close, which was later amended to driving left of center. This incident resulted in numerous injuries and loss of life. All involved victims deserve a thorough and complete investigation based on all available factual evidence. Additional investigative reports and videos can be utilized through the Trending Topics link on the GovQA platform.
All right, once again, this is early Tuesday morning, early day in the news desk, and we received this critical incident report on the fatal Lafourche Parish crash involving Kyren Lacy. This video is also quite telling. That's why on this program, we always bring in detail all sides. It's important to hear all sides. A lot of you, and myself included, were always wondering where the narrative started on the green Charger. We see it clearly in this video. Gentleman who was driving the 18-wheeler or the truck where Kyren Lacy passed him up is a witness in this video that we saw, and he's explaining to the state trooper how Mr. Lacy maneuvered through, and he was giving his version of the incident that took place. You also see in this report how is also being interviewed. She's also a witness because she is the vehicle that veered off and struck the Hall vehicle. She is also being asked by state police her version of the story, and you heard that as well. So now we are seeing this open up as far as evidence, which we always say on Bayou Time. It's always good to get somebody on here to sort of walk you through it, and the state police are considering that, and we'd like for them to come through, just like we did on the first show with Kyren Lacy's attorney. We would like for state police to come on and sort of, give us their version and what led to this and that. Looking at the video, it answers a few questions. We know now that the green Charger was talked about on that day. Not Kyren Lacy, it was the green Charger. And if I'm adding right, 9 days later, they identified Kyren Lacy as the driver of the green Charger. All right, something very important that we're going to need to focus in on, that I need more clarification on, is the gold vehicle. You could hear one of the witnesses say the gold vehicle had to leave because he was bringing his wife for cancer treatment. Now, that's just what the witness said. I haven't verified that. So if the gold truck had left, then that explains later why the trooper went to his home to get a statement. But on that statement, we recall that the driver of the gold truck said he did not slam on his brakes and did not skid. And we saw the black box sort of detail that. However, you hear the witnesses say that the gold truck slammed on his brakes. So it's going to focus in probably on that gold vehicle. We also hear the lady's report on body cam saying that she was about to run into the gold truck and she turned to avoid that collision. That is also going to be a key. So once again, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a state policeman. I'm not a district attorney. There's a lot left to be analyzed in this. So now we have a statement from a second major player in this, the state police. We had the first one from Kyren Lacy's attorney. It would be nice to get one from the district attorney and anyone else maybe who has information. They can let us know at the station. But we're starting to get more information now that can be analyzed and we can determine what takes place. But in my opinion, the gold truck becomes a very key player in this entire situation. But listening to everything, it answers some questions. There's still many questions to answer. And it also talked about the trooper going to the home of Mr. Simon to get him to sign that release. There may be more to that story. There might have been a conversation prior on the scene with Mr. Simon. So that needs some clarification, and maybe the state police could give us that in an interview. There's still a lot of questions to be answered. There's still parts of the puzzle that have not been put together. We still would like to talk to the district attorney's office of Lafourche Parish because they did their own investigation, which has contradictory information on the state police information. So there's still a lot to be answered on this, but we do appreciate all parties trusting HTV to get this information out properly, and we will continue to do that. We've done that for years, and we let people talk. We don't edit their videos. We play them. We show everybody the entire video, and we let you and the public sort of digest all the information and make a call. So we appreciate you joining HTV for this exclusive breaking news item, which I'm sure will travel super fast as the first one did. And we'll continue to try to get participants and also some of the players in this whole crash incident that we could come on and sort of piece everything together so we have maybe finally one day a total outlook on everything. Appreciate the crew here at HTV. I'm Martin Faust. Have a good day, everybody. This segment was brought to you by Buick. Exceptional by design.